think I've just come off.
Oh.
I have stopped.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're going to have to back up.
Yeah, you're right in my way now.
You're right in the way, so you can't.
Yeah, it's because it sounds like it's got too much momentum.
Yeah. That'll do you, John.
I've already pressed the stop button.
Alright, edge it forward, I'll take it off. Oh. John, can you make a note in the spreadsheet?
Yep.
6969.
Okay.
It's derailing on the way up from level 0, in and around where the junction is before Kimberley. Not 100% all the time, but most of the time.
Okay. I will.
What is actually derailing? Is it the front pony or
The whole thing's off.
The whole thing? Oh,
But I
right.
don't know what's coming off first, because the one time I looked at it, it didn't derail.
Oh, typical.
But when a minute ago there, the front pony and all the 6 drivers are off.
Oh, Christ.
Hey Gav.
Oh, what? Can you clear 37201 out of stable in C Victoria then, please? And is that 3721?
Yeah.
Afternoon, Liam. So how's the stream looking? I'm using Streamlabs OBS, so I'm testing something different out.
Green and rolling.
Yeah, you clear out of the tunnel. I am at the western move.
The Western is rolling.
Not very quickly, no.
Hey, CBK. It looks okay and it sounds okay. Fantastic. It's a lovely bit of software, I have to say. They've taken OBS and turned it up to 11. All I need now is Elgato support and we'll be rocking.
Clear at the tunnel?
Yep.
Thank you.
How you doing, McBone? There's no lagging as well. Good. The bit rate's also slightly higher than it's been previously, because this thing reckoned it could support a bit rate of 2500, which I'm going to be sceptical about. So I've turned it down to 1500, which is still 500 more than it was previously. Is that a Class A21? No, we haven't got an A21. It's white, so it's an ICE.
So, right, I'm rolling.
There's definitely a power problem down there.
Yep. Need to get the track clean on.
Yeah, I need to chase up that company because they never got back to me about replacement gears. No, it's quite nice having the chat there and Streamlabs all sitting there nicely on one screen. Am I running an onboard cam today? We will be, SimUK, yeah. The camera train is here. thinking, while we've got a minute, I might as well get it powered up and try and fix the problem where it needs a different IP address every blooming time. John, just FYI, I'm blocking level 0 outer line.
Yeah, okay, but that is set for a complete circle if you want to run it round.
Okay. Right. Let's just fix this stupidity. How is everybody today anyway? Everyone enjoying the summer temperatures?
I was sore thumbs from too much ATF yesterday. 5,728 miles driven yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Euro trucks in?
No, American trucks in.
American trucks in.
Trying to keep us in the top 60 on the virtual truck company.
All right.
It's hard work to do it on my own. Not
Yeah,
a lot of
it's-
people looking American
no-
trucks.
Oh, everybody else is on Euro, are they?
I think so. I'm still busy mopping up achievements on that, so
Yeah, I had to laugh at. I had an email, I think it was on Friday. Friday? Yeah, it was there Friday evening when I came back. Can't remember which computer company it was, but they were advertising laptops for gaming. And their top of the range gaming laptop, 2,499. Got 32 gigabytes of RAM, terabyte hard drive. Dear me.
The 32 gigs of RAM is a bit over the top. Memory's expensive at the moment. Terabyte hard drive is reasonable. It's mostly down to the processor and graphics card. Is it a terabyte SSD?
No idea.
Terabyte SSD
But
is
at
about...
2,499, I switched off and went looking elsewhere.
Yeah, really.
And for what I do, a 299 quid laptop would do what I want.
I made sure with mine that I've got 16 gig in there, but I can put in another 16 when I need to.
Yeah.
So if it becomes necessary to have that much memory, then I don't have to throw away any of the stuff I've already got.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. It is set to be a hard code like things.
Yes, we have an interesting problem on my PC at the moment. On Wednesday evening at about 20 to 9, I was in the middle of a forum search, and I suddenly got a whole screen pop-up from Windows 10 saying that there was a security update that I was advised to install. It would involve my machine rebooting several times, but again, it was strongly recommended. So, fine, go for it. 2 hours later and 7 reboots, it finally finished.
That's actually what I did last Saturday in London, when I went over there just to get rid of a nagging pop-up and it offered an update, and it turned out she had done either the big Windows 10 updates from last year.
Yeah.
Because the problem with her machine is it's only turned on for a quarter hour at a time, a couple of times a month.
Yeah.
She uses her iPad for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Of course, it never really gets a chance to download the Windows updates and then prompt to install.
Yeah. Yes, the novelty was on Thursday morning when I looked into the CD ordering system, there was an order there for 2 CDs. Brilliant. They're going to the States. Even better. Oh, bugger, I haven't got them in stock. Oh, well, I'll have to burn them and print some labels. So I burnt the CDs, went back upstairs, went into MediaFace to print the CD labels and the inserts off. They wouldn't fucking print.
Mind your language.
Sorry, guys. But, yeah, it wouldn't print. I tried all manner of things to get it to print. I could print to a PDF file, and I could print the PDF file, but it's the wrong size. I tried going into Word, that printed all right. I went into Notepad, that printed all right. But I could not get MediaFace to print. Not a head horse chance. So the order had to sit there until Matt came up this weekend. We still can't get it to print. We've actually installed MediaFace on my laptop. And that prints wonderfully well. So goodness knows what that bloody update did on Wednesday night, or sorry, Thursday night, whenever it was. But it totally screwed MediaFace on my machine.
Well, this is really odd. So the camera train is set to be static, but it keeps getting in the way of appearance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, never mind.
Right, the ballast train is stopped in platform 3 Kimberley. You might want to set platform 2 for through. And can you release the 4MT from stabling B at Victoria? 80140?
8140, yeah.
That's it, camera look. It would just been difficult.
I'm rolling.
Sim UK, two of us are in one room. I'm in here. And Dad's there. I'm in. Sorry, John's in Bristol. Just to make life extra fun.
I'm clear out the tunnel, John.
No, not yet.
Okay.
You are now, you're following the western.
Thank you. Entering the tunnel now. Right. Stopped at Kimberley if you like to close that through line and open platform 3 again. What was the 37? 3701 or 21?
3721.
I'm rolling.
Alright, I'm just going to run around level 0 a couple of times, John, to make sure our camera train's running.
Yeah, it's there's a complete loop set down there, but no signals appeared.
Oh, I appear to have stuck on a point, Matt.
Yeah, it looks like one thing they've lost with Streamlabs OBS, and I hope they get it back in again, is studio mode. The studio mode would let you adjust all the cameras in a separate scene, essentially, so that without modifying what people are seeing, I could adjust the scene individually and then flick it back over to it, so that effectively you don't see the editing, even though I'm editing live on the fly. Whereas it looks like this when you do all your editing live on the fly. The studio mode was a major thing in OBS, so that's one thing I hope they bring back. Yeah, this is Streamlabs OBS, MUK.
When I come back up from level 0, John, can you bring me into Victoria Stabling B?
Yeah. Yeah. Get that.
How big is the fly you can edit on? Big as you like. Big as you like. All the way up to a blue bottle.
Right up here to Victoria Stabling B.
Thank you. By which time the mail train should have been filled up with mail and it'll be ready to go.
Right, John, I'm running around the back at the moment, so I don't need it for a moment, but the next time round, if you can signal me out.
Okay.
I'll hold until you give me clearance, so no pressure.
Okay, I'm clearing.
Hey John, let me know when I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'll just go down there at the moment.
You are. You're just going past me. Yep. You're on the way up the hill.
Right, you're good to go, Matt.
Okay, on my way.
You need to stop at the level 0 tunnel peak because Matt's on his way out.
That's all right. I'll sit where I am. Not a problem. Right, the bell's straining, stabling bead, ready for rolling.
I think we go
So
down now, Dave.
before you sit down, Pete,
Yep.
underneath your right elbow in the outer loop is a container frame in level 0.
Oh yes, I've got it. Yep.
Can you have a look at the very last container? It looks like it's about to fall off the flat.
All right. Yeah, gotcha.
I saw it on the camera frame as the camera went past. You don't want to be losing any boxes underground.
No. Right, it's on.
Right, you're good to go. You're following the camera frame, so you're quite a way behind it.
I'm rolling.
How come the audio is a bit dodgy? Oh, okay, no one mentioned it. Is the audio a bit dodgy? How is it dodgy? Dodgy. You all sound like you're underwater. Oh, what keeps doing that? Let me switch over the audio to a different camera. Right, I've changed the audio to a different camera. How is that? Hey, Nori, see me okay? Don't know why the other one isn't. So I've gone from the expensive camera to the cheap camera. The cameras on the Locos cost much to buy. The Raspberry Pi was about £10. The camera was probably another 20. The battery was probably another 20. So, and then it was a couple of other odd bits and pieces. So, I mean, I made it all myself out of the bits and pieces. It's not a solution you can just buy and plug on, but it's pretty easy to be honest. I've got a video on my YouTube channel how I made it all. Yeah, if anything's ever wrong with the audio, Mickey, definitely shout up about it. But yeah, the Locos thing is, it's not, the Loco camera is not particularly expensive. There are much more expensive solutions that you can buy that probably don't work as well as this, to be honest. I did get a, we had two of the like RF camera type sub ones, but they're horrible and they barely work. Whereas this gives a lovely clear picture. It's actually an 8 megapixel camera.
That camera of yours, Matt, is that a USB camera?
Which one?
That one there.
That one, yeah.
I'm just wondering if we ought to get one of those to replace that load of poo up there.
Possibly, yeah. We should try putting one of these up there at some point to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
If it gives us the image we want, and then work out how we power it, so we'll need to get another long extension cord.
That's not a problem.
Remember, they need to be the powered extension cords, you can't just use the normal ones.
No.
That's why the cameras haven't been working reliably. Oh, I've dropped out the Discord channel. Oh, sorry, John. I thought you'd gone a bit quiet. Oh, for crying out loud!
Windows update!
Yeah. So, at this moment in time, no one's controlling the railway.
Apart from me. Whereabouts is the camera train?
The camera train is level 0.
Because there's a Western coming down the hill chasing my butt that needs to stop.
What's the Western number?
1026.
Yeah, you would have lost connection to the server. The server, you can see the server right here, Don.
Right, I've stopped.
They ought to look putting a VPN directly on the Raspberry Pi, actually. I told that thing specifically, no, don't do it today. We'll do it tonight. But no, Microsoft know better. I'm rapidly getting to a point where I'm going to have to turn off updates completely. I can't do anything, John, at the moment because there's no until the servers come back up. I can't do anything. How do you turn them off? I think there's a registry setting or something that you can use to tell it not to update. I've not looked into it. I know I've heard people saying it can be done, but they damage too much when they happen, and you can't accurately control when they happen. So I've stopped the Western EC. I've stopped it. There it is there, look.
You're going up. Yeah, if you
Just putting it into Kimberley for the time being.
put it in Sailing Sea.
I can't change points.
Alright, just bring it. Oh, Kimberley Sea?
No,
Oh.
I can't change points.
Fine,
I
just
just
bring it
wanna
into
bring
B. Just bring it into B. Can you get on the phone to John?
How does that help?
Oh, he's control. Oh, you can't control
You can't
anything.
connect to anything. I can't connect. Nobody can control the network. That's John. That is the corner point of the whole network. That machine.
Go. What? You're coming down there. To go that way, I would need to change that one. Right, you're now bowing through platform 3 at that end. You're going through. That's just that one over there.
How heavy are programs like iTrain or Quadclocker to manage model railroads with PCs? I don't know. I've not used either of those two.
That's the right one.
Yes. I've used JMRI, and that's pretty lightweight, really. I mean, it's Java, so it comes with its own weight from Java, but it's not bad. Rockrail is pretty lightweight. That's actually written in C++, so it's pretty nippy. My one's written in C#, and it's pretty lightweight. I mean, it runs on a tiny little Raspberry Pi, so.
Yeah, the signals are now all wrong, but as long as the points are right, you can run through platform 3.
Oh, come on, I wouldn't mind if much if it didn't sit on 0% for hours.
Oh dear. Could be Vixie killing the network.
No, it's streaming, no problem.
Oh right.
Hang on a second, John. What we might be able to do, just to get you on Discord at least. Hey there, John.
Yeah,
Right,
but I've got no connection.
no, you won't. The machine's dead.
Ah,
Can you not see it on the stream? Behind me, sitting there with a blue. No, none of the trains have run away, but unfortunately we have no signal control anymore, Captain Jenks. Let me turn on.
The camera train is set to just run round and round.
Right, they should now be able to hear you as well, John.
No good.
No, we're actually set for looping Captain Jenks, so it's not the most horrible thing that could have happened. But Windows is still saying 0% complete. I wish it would go a little bit faster. Maybe, you know, put a bit of effort in. Yeah, we can't change trains we're running either, Big Sam, because we can't access the points. I wonder if that works. Luke, every time you go past Crew Heritage Centre, the game is temp dumping. Now, how much memory, if you run Task Manager at the same time, how much memory is it getting up to? Try dropping your scenery quality setting down. That machine cleaning over, killed over, so it killed the server as well. Which is quite a reset. Kind of movement. Oh, 4%, 5%.
2 hours later.
Don't joke, man.
That's what it took my machine the other night. 9:15 to 11:15. And that's when it buggered up the printer.
Yeah, I must admit I didn't realise what had happened. All of a sudden I realised I was no longer in control of the points.
Ah.
Big Sam, it's a mixture. So the track is prepaid. The trains are mostly Batman and Hornby, but there's also Dapple, Eljan, as well as European stuff, like Martin and Roco and Tricks. There's some American stuff. Lots of different stuff. We're not fussy about what we run.
We run trains.
Yeah, we run trains. If it's a train, it's eligible. Everyone hear John okay?
Hello, I'm still here.
I can hear you, John.
That's good. In concern was you wouldn't realise I was no longer with you.
We weren't aware at all.
It all went very quiet on Discord, and then suddenly I realised that you were no longer connected.
Yeah.
At that point I was thinking, that Western's still moving and I can't stop it.
Right, so it looks like I might be able to get control of the points on this machine. The server is coming up at the moment. That's not what you get access to, John, but that requires a VPN on the machine.
We're obviously talking to the signal server because all the ones that were green have gone red.
Yeah, well, one of the things it does is reset all the signal. Good. Cook it. I must admit, I can't remember exactly what there is, Mickey. I know there's a variety of stuff. There's definitely tricks, because the ICE is tricks. And we had an ME146, which I think was a tricks.
You got my Dash 8 there, which is Atlas.
Yep, there's the Dash 8, there's Atlas, there's a Bachmann Union Pacific, DB40.
They're up on the shelf behind you.
Yes, they certainly are. Right up there.
Interesting. The ice is made in Slovenia by Mehano.
Oh, it's Mehano, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Made in Slovenia by Mehano.
We get enough runaways for real, Captain Jenks. We don't need to fake it. Zar Bazaar, that's the one we went to, Gav.
Oh.
That was really good.
Yeah, there's another all-you-can-eat place in Bristol opened up, Casa Brasilia. They got a branch in Portsmouth as well. All you can eat, and it's mostly meat. There is a salad bar.
Just to fill out some empty space, yeah?
Yeah, and they bring the meat round on big skewers like you see in the kebab shops, and they carve it for you at the table, and you just keep taking it, and then when you've had enough, you turn the little card over and they stop meat, but then you can turn it back again
Wow.
to get some more.
Thanks for the follow, Anonymous Electricity. Right, I've got point control if you want to make any changes, though.
Fine. Right. Well, you're coming down through Kimberley 3 very shortly, so once that's happened. Has John got control again?
No.
No, I have nothing.
No, it's just until that's done. So I've managed to get the server up and running via my laptop. I'm part of the team, Anonymous Electricity, but I'm not a developer as such, so I'll go with no on that one. I'm one of those annoying management types. Right, what did you want?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. The texture packs won't load on Somerset and Dorset. How do you mean texture packs? Do you mean you get lots of missing textures? Castle class was yellow. That's a different package, right? That's very odd. Have you used Rootwriter or added any third-party mods to the stuff? I wonder if one of them, if part of that has left them in an odd state, maybe. Failing that, go onto Steam and just do a verify local files, and it should reset everything. The back of that tunnel.
Yeah, there is a blue 33 down there, 6511 on the inner loop.
There you go.
There's a Dutch livery 33 in the yard as well, I think.
Yep. Grey and yellow.
I think the blue one is Haddock's.
Yes, I believe so. He was running it with the 3 of the 4 vet cars. Oh, it's at 100% complete, but it still has more to do apparently. Yeah, it certainly is. See that, Captain Jenks? Let's switch the cameras around. Go with something like that. This is Dad's Monroe. You can see him on the middle of the screen at the moment. There he is. Oh, he's rebooted. We now have a different font, and we're back to 0%.
I wonder if that's doing the bloody update that it did on my machine the other
Almost
night.
certainly. Almost certainly. It's the Windows isn't broken enough update. Let's have another go. Thank you very much, Matthew. That's so young, it's so sad. How do you mean, what's the controller's name? I don't know, it's electricity. For me and my dad, that's Pete. Or do you mean, what railway controller are we using? The model railway controllers. So we're using a variety of different bits and pieces. The LED loco controller is done with a lens system using the Set 100. We've then got some proprietary stuff that Dad built for points and signals. There's then a Raspberry Pi that sort of ties the whole thing together with some software I've written that controls everything as one point and runs as a server. And then there's some client software which then presents the whole thing as like a visual layout diagram, so that you can then click on things to make points and signals change or drive locos. That can then also be operated remotely when the VPN's working, which is what John would normally be doing if the VPN was working. That's sort of broadly the different components of the system.
And you can use engine driver on the phone with it as well.
Yeah, you can use that or Y-Train on the Apple things. But the lens system is very good. If you're just starting out, I'd probably recommend more actually something like the Hornby Elite, which is actually a really nice system, or the NCE Power Cab. It was slightly more expandable. Hey Charlie Chili. They're a bit more cost effective. The lens system is about 400 quid, I think. And these controllers are about 160 quid each. Just a little controller, and you need the rest of the system to make it work. Whereas the Power Cab, which is going to wander.
All over there somewhere.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky, you can find a trader at some shows doing the lens Set 100 for around 325. We saw two at the Worley show.
Yeah, I've not really seen much of the Z21. 2%. How much does the Z21 go for then? I thought I'm sure I remembered that one being another quite pricey system. Up around the same sort of price as the Lens. But that was a long time ago, I must admit. I've not really followed this control system for a while. That's the power cab. Quite a nice one. Oh, it's only 99 for the basic. Does the basic include PC control? Because the nice thing about the power cab and the Elite is that the power cab is like another 30 quid for PC control, and the Elite is PC control built in. The thing is, if all you want to do is PC control, you don't care about the actual controller itself, the Elite is such a good deal. Oh, it does. Oh, that makes that a pretty compelling offering then. If the Z21 for 99 quid gives you PC.
Of course, you also got the Sprog 3. That will power a small to medium sized layout quite happily.
Yeah, well, we've also got the power booster for the Sprog now as well, so you can get up to, I can't remember how many amps now, but it's, although by the time you put the Sprog 3 with the power booster, you're up at normal model railway controller prices, so you're not really much better off, but for just doing one or two locos, the Sprog 3 is actually very, very good, because it's only 40 quid or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 49 plus a power supply, which is about another 15 for a 2.5 amp power supply. With 2.5 amps would do you 6 or 7 locos.
Galactic Surfer, thank you for the follow. How long does the battery keep the wires from high powered? We've been on the camera train. It's a 2000 milliamp hour battery, so it's a pretty small battery, and when I did a rough calculation, it looked to me like I'd probably get about 6 hours. Because I've got a little dongle that will tell me what the power current draw is. And if you divide that into the 2000 milliamp hour, it was probably about 6 hours. So call it 4 or 5 just to allow a bit of spare room. It's still more than enough. At some point I might play about with adding a LiPo battery and having it charged from the track, but it needs to be done because I'm a software person, not a hardware person. Hardware needs to just plug and play. Do you need to run software on your PC to make it work, or will it run without a PC, Mickey? But when else are we doing a big stream here over Easter? We certainly are. What's the weekend? What's the dates of the Easter stream or the Easter session?
Good Friday, 30th of March.
30th of March through, and it's 4 days?
Yeah.
4 days.
Hopefully we should have the engaged Pendolino in attendance,
Yeah,
assuming it arrives by then.
Now.
Yeah, they're in the shipping container somewhere between China and here.
It's 00 and 80, ABC man. There's no N-gauge or O or anything like that. We do mix 00 and 80.
But I am planning on bringing my N-gauge layout at Easter.
Yeah, I've got the Pendolino, definitely. I'll try and remove, and I'll bring that Kato track as well, so we can have a go at running on there as well.
So we can get a bit of kitchen table action.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what is the Black Z21 aimed at then? Is that people who will integrate it with multiple systems? Well, presumably it's got more power is one of the main things. Normally the difference between the cheaper systems and the more expensive at the most simplest is that one usually has a more limited power supply because it's meant for smaller layouts. What are we up to here? 3%! The second time round. I really need to try and find a way of mounting the camera so that it's not on the wonk. The problem is that there's not much room to mount it on the bogey. It needs to be on the bogey, otherwise it doesn't turn correctly. Oh wow, really? In a lot of cases then the white one is probably more than enough for a lot of people then. I guess the advantage of having something like LocoNet is you can then use Digitrax controllers and things like that. But if all you're going to use is your phones and tablets to control it, then who wants to spend loads of money on controllers? That's 99 quid, that's amazing. Do you know what power supply the Z21 white version comes with? Shout if you want to change that.
I'm fine.
That doesn't surprise me, Mickey. Controlling the turnouts is not much different to controlling locos. What controller do I prefer using? That's a difficult question. The LH100s have got a nice feel to them, they work nicely, because they're plus minus controllers, they work quite nicely. I tend to quite like round controllers, turn my style. The LH90 had all the functionality of an LH100, it would be much better, but kind of you gain a big dial, but you lose a bunch of other functionality with the LH90. Whereas power cab,
You've got the benefit of an infinite spin with throttle wheel, which is really nice. You've got lots of other functionality on here. So this power cab is actually quite a nice controller. Unfortunately, it's not compatible with any of this kit, but Hornby's one is a bit clunky on the Elite, but it works quite well. I don't like Dynamis at all. Just don't like the way that controller works. Some people really like it, and that's fine, but I just don't quite like it. What else is there to play with? Normally though, I mean, to be honest, using on the phone is fine. Using something like Y throttle or engine driver on the phone works quite well. Anonymous sessions, so you can follow. Exciting upcoming projects for the Onehouse Small Railway. I mean, the operating weekends, to be honest, are the major projects these days. The maintenance and chipping up of new trains and adding new features to trains. The actual railway itself doesn't see a great deal of work these days because it's kind of where we want it to be, and really it's about, you know, finding out what doesn't work quite so well and fixing it, or getting more trains running on it. That has an enormous collection of trains, so we've got a to-do list on a spreadsheet which is getting ever longer, just of things that there's a couple of points that don't quite work 100% reliably, so we need to dig into that and find out why.
Waiting for it to warm up a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit cold at the moment to spend much time in here, so we have to have the heater on at the moment, but once it warms up outside, 18 at the moment in here with the heater on, positively tropical.
I had to laugh. I had an email earlier today from the electric company. Your electricity bill is online if you care to inspect. I pay by direct debit, so. But at the bottom of the email it said, by the way, your account is now £181 in credit. They're obviously taking too much each month.
Yeah, we had that from when we changed over, because we just changed supplier at home. And when we changed supplier, we got a check for 700 quid.
Well, right.
A few months back.
Yeah.
Whee! 4%! Nearly there!
Yeah, right. Dream on.
Hi Anne, how's it going?
Well, since I got no connection, I've just updated the Google Sheet with the details from earlier with the steam engine that wasn't working.
Oh, sois en neuf, sois en neuf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been having a look at the Z21, the white version, which is a lowercase z rather than an uppercase one, and yeah, it looks like you can get it all in for about 145 with a
What's that give you?
wireless.
2.5 amps, 3 amps?
I'm trying to find out what the power supply is.
Yeah, just try. That was the one thing I couldn't
find.
find.
Brain track 3.2 amp.
Oh well, crikey. For your average layout, that's more than enough.
Yeah, it's a pretty compelling argument, isn't it? Makes me think that Bachmann have maybe missed the target a little bit with all the upgrades to Dynamis.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh wow, you can get an RBB 1116 camera locomotive.
Oh my goodness.
Loco with the camera already in it.
300 quid?
Let me just do a quick currency conversion on that.
Who did you say made it?
Roco.
Oh, Roco, yeah. A Roco camera loco.
A Roco Loco. 400 quid.
Oh, oh, oh. Surely hit.
Yeah, I saw your news the other day. Yes, was it yesterday or this morning, Ayrton? Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, that kind of price with that kind of functionality, that makes it basically equivalent to an Elite. Because the Elite, I think, is 3 amp on the track.
Yeah, I think Ian's getting on all right with the Elite with his little layout.
Good.
Yeah, he kept playing about with the Railmaster because he was thinking, oh, we wanted the Elite back soon. I'm like, no, just use the Elite. Don't mess about with the Railmaster. The Elite will do everything you want. I don't know what they've done to that Railmaster, but they've made it not compatible. Whereas the Elite is it's a good, beautiful bit of standards-based technology. Whereas the Railmaster, they seem to have gone down the proprietary angle.
Yeah, what I like about the Elite is that it's got the ExpressNet interface built in, so if you want to add a few LH100s to it, it's not difficult.
Yep. No, it's a lovely device, it really is. Unfortunately, the way that it looks, I think, is what maligns it, you know, on the community, because it does look a bit like a Lego toy.
Well, I saw a couple of people using them up at Worley. Admittedly, they were hidden under the layout.
How are we looking? 12%. Oh my god.
It might be finished by 10 o'clock tonight.
That wasn't what I was thinking, Pete. I was thinking it might be finished by the time we come to need it on Wednesday.
Jimtown 85, thank you for following.
Yeah, as long as you're up and running for Wednesday night.
Wednesdays is when John and Dad get together over on the internet and have a drive of the trains. It's not streamed or anything. Instant 12, we are chilling at the moment. So I've got the camera train running around that I'm controlling, and Dad's got the
3MT.
The 3MT. What's a 3MT or standard 4?
Alright, 4MT then.
Yeah, it looks like a standard 4 tank with the
Mail train.
yeah, with the mail train. But at the moment it's a little bit difficult to operate anything because the machine that looks after all the VPN and everything decided to do a Windows update. So, what are your layout control system called then, Ben? Back out the underground. %, crikey.
It'll take a while.
I think the first thing I'm going to do when I get home tonight is kick all of my machines at home and make sure that if they've got any updates to do, they get them done. Otherwise I can see this messing me up tomorrow. What FPS on the camera tray? I don't know. It's able to do up to 60 FPS, but unfortunately the streaming PC is using Wi-Fi the same as the camera tray is using Wi-Fi, so they're kind of both fighting for bandwidth. It's set, I think, to do 720p, either 30 or more FPS. Although I'm only streaming at 30 FPS.
Right, I'm in platform 1 at Kimberley. Can you route me into Sailing C at Victoria, please?
Mm-hmm. You're clear to the
theatre.
How do you control points? Yeah, it's all done by the computer. So I've got a bit of software which...
Clear on the inbound.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can share the view from the software.
That's stable in B.
Oh, sorry, back up then. On this table. Let me know when you're clear.
On by the theatre.
Good to go.
I'm rolling.
Pete, when you get a chance, Cameron Loop level 8, I pulled the Western out the front but didn't shuffle the 31 up.
Right. Do that
So
in a
if you could
second.
shuffle...
So, for example, that is the Cameron. Sorry, the panel for Down on the Underground. No, it isn't. It's the panel for Victoria. So you can see that at the moment there's a path here, signalled with the yellow signal and a C route indicator, which follows the green lock.
Right, that one's in position.
Into this line up here. What
Right,
number is that?
31.
Then?
What's the number, John?
3174.
What's the one that just got put in there?
The one that just got put in stable in C was 8140.
So I can just, if I just click on that, it'll release the locks, set the signal to be red and remove the route indicator. So to just set points on here, it's just a question of, so if I click on that signal as an entry signal, click on that as an exit signal, it sets and locks the point, and then it will update the aspect accordingly. So all the aspect stuff is handled automatically based on what's actually been set. So if I want
Right,
to set
3174 is pulled forward.
Where are you on?
That's the loop on level 8. It was at the back of the loop, it's now at the front of the loop.
Are you on now?
Not at the moment.
No, I just wanted it
give the
pulled
Western a
forward
run.
because there was a big space where the Western came out of.
Right, I'll take the Western if you'd like to give me platform 2.
Power's off.
Power's off? Oh yeah. How did that happen? Oh, back on again. Right, 1026.
Yep,
Right,
that's the one.
So this is the Kimberley track plan. So at the moment we've got 1026 sitting here in platform 3. So if I signal, no, it's all got numbers on this stuff here. So if I signal that one from there to there, that clears. That gives him a yellow. If I clear that one down to there, that will clear a yellow and then a green. Hello.
Yes, got sound.
And it's rolling. Where's the camera train?
Just coming up.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Put that one round, that gets me green back over here, so that means Kimberley routing is all set up. And now I clear from this one up to here. This one up to here. Like that.
Routing through platform 3 in reverse.
That means that as the Western comes up this line here from the underground, it'll then get wrong line running up onto Kimberley platform 3 and then back out onto the right line again.
I do like that move.
Oh yes, it's nice when it does that.
See, as the Western comes through, you'll see it crossing just over into that junction on the bottom left there. How do you mean the whistle sounds strange, Boom Shanker? Because this is where the train is coming across, and it's coming across this bit here.
Cleared the junction.
Now we'll get it all reset. Clear all the locks. Reset all the valid junctions and routes and so forth. Where it should be. Hey there, Lee, how's it going? Have we any fully automated trains? No, because there's no sensing on the layout to know where the trains are. So it has to be always driven by a person.
Yeah, as they say, artificial intelligence is no replacement for human stupidity.
Yeah.
Nice one, John.
Yeah, I know that.
To get a lot of bass, Boom Shanky, you need a massive speaker and to do the sub sounds. You don't get that inside a 00 gauge model. They're not bad. I mean, if they're quite surprising how much volume there is in them. Given how they're only like 15 mil, 20 mil, something like that. Then, or even 10 mil. They're not big speakers. So they really are only sort of tweeters. Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, Lee. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, Mickey, using mobile phone speakers.
Yeah, I think a lot of those new little cube speakers are proving quite popular if you can find space to put them in the engines.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the problem is down to space.
For example, the camera trains just past the MPV. You could potentially fit cube speakers into the MPV equipment pallets.
Yep.
Obviously, with DMUs it's easier because you tend to have spare carriages with nothing in them.
Or even just the body of the DMU, there's normally plenty of room. Yeah, DMUs are the least of the problems.
It'll be interesting to see what the Pendolino sounds like.
Yes. I know when we got the Voyager sound set for the Dapple Voyager, that wasn't very impressive at all. It was quite weak, in fact.
I'm pretty sure it's Lego Man Biff has done the sound set for the Pendolino. And he's got quite a good reputation.
Oh, he does, definitely. He does.
Yeah, hopefully, container shipping cooperating, it should be with us for Easter. I do think that Western is the best sound equipped loco you've got. The Mauritania comes close.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The Shanks Freightliner gets a bit irritating after a while, the 66.
Yeah. Well, a real life 66 gets irritating after a while.
Stubby, the 52 is actually going round at the moment. Let me put the layout onto a bigger size so that you can see more of what's going on. Don't be silly, Steve. Don't be silly. If anything, the opposite.
See where the camera trains just come out, you can see the miniature LCD screen for the shunting yard.
Sorry, what, John? What did you say?
So when the camera train comes up the ramp from level 4 to level 8, you can actually see the LCD screen for the shunter position.
Yep.
Nobody there today, though, of course.
Nope.
There will be at Easter.
Well, hopefully, if there's anybody interested in playing shunter.
Well, if nobody else is, I will.
Fair enough.
You know me, stick me in the shunter as well, and give me a couple of grogs, and I'll be happy all day.
Yeah.
Stubby, it's because you've got one microphone doing the entire room. I did try it with a better microphone, but apparently everyone reckoned it sounded like we were underwater. So I'm using the cheap microphone, which everyone seems to prefer. The cheap microphone is the one in the middle that's sitting on the platform. When we have the operating weekends, I use the big proper mic that's in here, but that normally is used for John or for whoever's on Discord. So that's not connected to this machine at the moment. But yeah, for the Easter weekend, we'll have the proper mic on. That sounds much better. But trying to find a compromise at the moment just to make sure that everybody in the room can be heard.
Of course, at Easter, the other thing we have as well is that we use the Discord channel to talk between Underground Ernie and the main control panel.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a little bit more chatter going on there.
It means you don't have to shout.
Stubby, that was out of the box, ready to run that 52. Is it Dapple or a Helljan, that one?
Helljan, I think.
I think it's a Helljan. I don't know for sure. Absolutely gorgeous model, very very nice, weathered detail, and it's got a sound set in it as well, which is just amazing. Sound set we got separately, but Lee,
once it gets down here, I'll stop it and I'll have a look.
Sorry, what?
When it comes round here, I'll stop it and I'll have a look.
Okay. Just got to say for the track, flexi track. Yeah, that's most of this layout is Pico flexi track. Just remember, you've got to pin the flexi track down. You can't just let it rest it, because obviously it'll try and straighten itself. But get yourself a little pack of pins, little hammer, pin the track down.
And I would always recommend with flexi track that you use one of those track setter type things to keep the radius constant.
Yeah, otherwise you'll end up with wonky curves. And it becomes
Yes.
more of an issue when you join two together, because you can end up with a pinch.
Yes, I discovered that the hard way and then went out and bought one.
You want the Intercity 125? Yeah, we've got a few of them.
I think there's 3 of them in Victoria at the
I
moment.
can't read the bloody thing. Dapole.
Dapole Western. Dapole Western.
Made in China.
Yeah, what I'd say, Lee, is unless you desperately want one of the newer models, just get one. Try and find one of these or something. They've got them in different liveries, second hand, because you'll find these a lot cheaper. The newer ones are like 180 quid just for the 2 end cars, let alone having coaches. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean you've got to be talking £30 a coach now as well.
Oh, and the rest. Have you seen the price of the 800?
No.
So the 800, I think, was something like 200 and something quid for the 2 end cars, and 180 quid for 3 coaches.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Painful.
60 quid a coach.
That makes the wallet squeal.
No, in my case it doesn't. It just makes me go, well, why not one of them then? Oh, well, there you go, Lee. That's the way to do it. Yeah, as nice
But then
as the
occasionally,
HSTs are, they're blooming expensive.
but then occasionally you get those offers like was it Gauge Master at Worley, where they had that Kato Eurostar for a ridiculous price.
What was it? It was something like 99 quid, wasn't it? With 49 for the extra coach set.
Yeah. So for 150 quid you got the full length Eurostar.
Well, no, you need to get 2 coach packs to get the full length one. So it's 200 quid to get the full, because it's a 16 car for the full thing, and the coach pack's are 4 cars.
But that was a steal at that
for a
price.
16 car tram. It's absolutely ridiculous. Really good price. And it's a lovely model as well. Cameron's got 2 of them, I think.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Adam and saying, Adam, you know he's crying out for you. It wouldn't fit
Right,
on
I'm
there,
going
I
through
don't think.
Kimberley. When I climb to level 8, can I go in behind the 31, please?
Sorry, what?
I'm just going up to level 8. When I get there, can you put me in the loop behind the 31?
Yeah, yeah. Where's the camera train? Camera train's coming down. Good, good. Engage isn't too bad, but it's sort of, you expect it to be a bit cheaper just because it's so much smaller, and it isn't.
I think that's where people need to support people like Revolution trains though as well, because I mean that the price on the Pendolino, the 9 car DCC sound with light throughout all the coaches at 425. Again, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, with all the sound and the lights and everything, that's a good deal. Yeah, go for it, Lee, that'd be interesting to see.
Right, the Western is in the outside loop. If you set it back to inner loop for running.
1026. Wait for the camera train to come out. Oh. It's very chilled, Lee. It's very chilled. Just sit and watch trains and change them every now and again, and occasionally they all fall off and a bit of swearing. You know, it's fine.
And usually a dispatcher doing weird things from Bristol, but not today until the PC recovers.
No.
Made 35% yet, is it?
No, we're over 50 now.
Oh, my goodness.
Now we've got 62 people watching us.
Hello everybody.
Well, thank everybody for watching in. We shall be departing shortly.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the camera train to come out of the tunnel and so I can take it off the track. Yeah, thanks very much for watching everyone. We're going to wind down now. A sneak peek of the Pendolino. The Pendolino's not on the track, Stubby, unless you mean the N-gauge one, which we don't even have yet. That's John's and he's still waiting for it to arrive from China.
You will certainly see the Pendolino at Easter.
But yeah, if it's arrived, then it'll be there, and plus we'll almost certainly have the Pendolino out during the Easter session. Absolutely.
Yeah, because we normally do a session over Easter with all the TGVs and Pendolino and basically drive like idiots for 20 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like a plan, John.
How many times have we crashed trains together? Too many. Far too many. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching.
Bye for now.
Catch you all later. Cheers, bye.